何にも何にも変わってねえなお前は何にも。
Yo, welcome to a new episode of Law and Anime. Today we're diving into the character Eren Yeager from Attack on Titan. He started off as a young hero trying to save humanity, but in the later seasons, he's become a controversial figure. So the big question is, are his actions war crimes under international law? In this video, we'll break down Eren's actions from a legal standpoint and ask, is he a freedom fighter or a war criminal? Trust me, this video is going to be as good as the last one. So let's get into the story of Eren. In the city of Shiganshina, humanity's last stronghold, people live in peace behind three massive walls, Maria, Rose, and Sina. But this peace is fragile, constantly threatened by the Titans who devour humans without mercy. Enter our main character, Eren, chillin' under a tree. Eren's full of ambition and courage, along with his close friend Mikasa, who's practically his adopted sister since her parents died when she was a kid. Life inside these walled cities is pretty limited. They can't go beyond the walls. Only the Survey Corps can venture out, and their job is to gather intel on the Titans outside, hoping one day humanity will beat them. Eren and Mikasa are out collecting firewood when they hear bells ringing and see the gates opening. The Survey Corps is back from an expedition. Eren's excited, but it's a grim scene. Most of them are dead, torn to pieces, with more than half the squad wiped out. One mother asks the commander about her son, and all he can give her is his arm. She breaks down, proud he died fighting for humanity, but the commander blames himself for not protecting his troops from the Titans. Eren's in shock. He's always dreamed of joining the Survey Corps to explore the outside world, to escape the cage they're trapped in. He believes in freeing humanity from the livestock-like life they're stuck in. Then, Eren is hanging out with his friend Armin, talking about how the walls could be destroyed one day. Suddenly, lightning strikes and shakes the place. People rush to see what's going on, and Eren, too, runs to find a terrifying sight, an impossible giant, taller than the 50-meter walls. Armin can't believe his eyes, saying, "How can anything be taller than that wall?" The colossal titan kicks down the gate, letting smaller titans in to feast on the people inside. While everyone is running, Eren panics and remembers his house is near the gate. He rushes there, terrified something has happened to his mom. He arrives only to see their house crushed by a huge boulder, and his mom is trapped under the rubble. Eren tries to lift it but can't. His mom tells him to run, saying she can't escape because her legs are crushed. Suddenly, a Titan approaches the house. This is it. Eren knows they're about to get eaten. His mom begs him to flee, and just then, a soldier named Hannes shows up, swearing he'll take down the Titan. But he freezes in fear, paralyzed by the Titan's chilling smile. Instead of fighting, he grabs Eren and Mikasa, leaving Eren's mom behind. Eren watches in horror as the Titan picks up his mom and devours her right in front of him, a moment he will never forget. With the breach of Shiganshina, humanity's first line of defense, Wall Maria has fallen. The surviving people flee behind the gates of Wall Maria. The scene is pure chaos. Eren, Mikasa, and Armin are evacuated by boat, but the nightmare isn't over. A new Titan shows up, the armored Titan smashing through Wall Maria's main gate. The soldiers try to stop it with cannons, but nothing works. The armored Titan charges at full speed, breaking through, and humanity loses a third of its territory. On the boat, Eren is shell-shocked, barely able to process what just happened. Just hours ago, everything was fine, and now they've lost their home. He remembers his mom and swears vengeance. With a look of pure rage, he vows to wipe out every last Titan. From this moment, Eren's path is set. He must join the Survey Corps, become stronger, and destroy the Titans. Eren, Mikasa, and Armin enlist in the military to become soldiers in the Survey Corps, training hard to master their 3D maneuver gear, which allows them to fight Titans. They quickly learn that Titans have a weak spot at the nape of their necks, and that's the only way to kill them. During a battle against Titans in Trost, Eren reveals a shocking power. He can turn into a Titan himself. This stuns everyone, raising suspicions, but it turns out Eren has a special ability which might hold the key to understanding the Titans. He's placed under the protection of the Survey Corps, who start investigating the origins of the Titans and Eren's powers. They uncover some secrets, but the mystery remains unsolved. When Eren touches Historia's hand, he unlocks hidden memories, understanding more about his past and the royal family. These memories reveal how his father, Eren Yeager, obtained the Founding Titan's power by killing Historia's sister, Frida Rice. The Founding Titan's power is one of the strongest forces in the world of Attack on Titan. The Founding Titan can control other Titans, reshape memories, and change the traits of the Eldian people, but this power was partially blocked for Eren because he didn't have royal blood. To fully control this power, he needed someone from the royal lineage to activate the Rumbling, a power that lets him unleash the giant Titans inside the walls to wipe out everything outside Paradise Island. Eren learns the world beyond the walls is built on lies. The Eldians aren't just prisoners within the walls, they're hated by the outside world for their ability to become Titans. After discovering the outside world plans to wipe out his people, Eren's dream of peace becomes impossible. No matter what, the world sees the Eldians as enemies. Eren feels the burden of protecting his people. After discovering the power of the Founding Titan, he knows he's the only one who can use it, but he needs royal blood to fully unlock it. This realization places immense pressure on him. If he doesn't act quickly, his people will be annihilated. With time, Eren becomes convinced that the only way to protect his people is through sheer power. He believes that only by destroying his enemies can he guarantee the survival of his friends and nation. Eren contemplates using the Founding Titan's power to unleash the Rumbling, releasing millions of Titans from the walls to destroy the outside world. This plan is extreme and ruthless, but it's Eren's way of ensuring the Eldians' survival. By using the Rumbling, Eren could eliminate all external threats, but he knows this would mean killing millions of innocent people, showing just how far he's willing to go to protect his people. As the story progresses, Eren isolates himself from his friends, knowing they won't agree with his plan, especially Armin and Mikasa, who still hope for peace. Even those closest to him become strangers. This drives Eren to rely only on himself, believing that a massive sacrifice is the only way to achieve a better future. Eren, once a young boy full of rage and a desire for freedom, transforms into a complex character who believes that only through destruction can he secure safety and freedom for his people. In the end, Eren chooses to sacrifice millions to achieve what he calls peace for his people, adopting a philosophy that the world cannot be fixed without total destruction. But do these actions amount to war crimes? Before we analyze Eren's actions, let's first understand what constitutes a war crime. According to the Geneva Conventions, war crimes include deliberate attacks on civilians, excessive use of force, and unnecessary destruction of property. One of the core rules of international law is the protection of civilians during armed conflicts. Targeting civilians intentionally is considered a war crime, regardless of the reasons. Under international law, the excessive use of force against civilians is also a war crime. Eren didn't distinguish between soldiers and civilians, which violates the Geneva Conventions. But we can't ignore the existential threat he faced. Could his actions be seen as self-defense? Let's consider the arguments that might be made in Eren's defense. It could be argued that Eren was defending his people against a direct threat, and that there was an international conspiracy to wipe out Paradise Island. This is known as collective self-defense in law. From this perspective, Eren's actions could be seen as a way to protect his nation from genocide. However, even in cases of self-defense, there are rules about when and how force can be used. Targeting civilians indiscriminately is hard to justify. In the end, Eren's actions appear to fall under the category of war crimes according to international law. Deliberate attacks on civilians and excessive use of force are prohibited under the Geneva Conventions. But on the other hand, we can't ignore the immense pressure he was under. Could he have made different choices to protect his people? In the case of Eren's trial, his case could set a historical precedent, as there would be a deep discussion about justifying his actions in the context of war and self-defense, which could lead to a complex ruling. Overall, Eren is likely to face severe penalties, including life imprisonment or even the death penalty, due to the nature of his actions and their devastating impact on humanity. What do you think? Are Eren's actions war crimes, or are they justified by the circumstances he faced? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell for more legal breakdowns of anime characters. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode.